mean, all that stuff, like I said, all those things that, I mean, they worked on the offense. He already has great offense, but he had no defense, and basically he didn't need no defense. At one point he didn't, but against this guy, you need defense. And so, I mean, you can't go in there with Tyson Fury with your hands right here. And that's what happened. I mean, once Tyson Fury started making a miss, he threw all that energy with all those big punches, and basically, you know, it made him so dead tired.
All right, well, a lot of people are calling this, you know, one out, if not.
Those are the words of Jeff Mayweather as he gave his take on a portion of this interview. He gave his take on Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, as you heard him say that Deontay Wilder had no defense. Said he had great offense, but no defense. Once upon a time, of course, he didn't need that. Now, I think at one point, I feel that maybe that's true. I think that due to the opposition, he didn't need certain defense with certain fighters that they put him in front of, you know, certain things, movements, timing, boom, hit the target, get the guy out of there, freakish power, you know, knocking guys out. Great. But against Tyson Fury, he needed that, what he didn't have. And to counterpunch Jeff, I have to agree with him. You know, I didn't see anything that they worked on past the fourth round. Okay, defensive wise, and offensive really, but defensive wise, I did not see, you know, the head movement, you know, when they were moving the stick, you know what I mean? You didn't see any of that. You didn't see the throw the right hand, dip up under the counter that's coming. You didn't see any of that shit. None. You know what I mean? We seen him like first 2-3 rounds, jab to the body, jab to the body, jab to the body. But after that, when shit got hot, when it got real, when bodies start dropping to the canvas, we seen Deontay Wilder go back to the same person. And the funny thing about it is that's exactly what Tyson Fury said he was going to do. In their first press conference, when Deontay Wilder went dark, you know, he said his poem and then went quiet, silent after that. He said he's going to do the same thing. Once he gets hit, he's going to do the same thing. You know, then he mentioned he'll be 300 pounds and Wilder started lifting weights. Okay, but that's besides the point. The point is, you didn't see the adjustment for the right hand. Fury hit Wilder with that same punch that he caught him in the second fight that blooded his ear again in this fight. Right? You would think, if you were a believer of Glovegate, tampered of the gloves, with egg weights, with claws, scratches, knives, blades, dents in the side of your head, autopsies, damage or previous damage due to cheating in the second fight, that would be the number one punch that I would want to avoid by Tyson Fury. And then looking at it in hindsight, it was clearly ignorance and arrogance combined in a drink, and they all drunk it. Why? Because everybody thought that once Tyson Fury hits Wilder, and that punch won't be the same because the gloves aren't tampered with this time, because people took and went to extreme lengths to make sure this shit wasn't the case like they thought. Wilder would be able to eat that punch and then go ahead and commence knocking out Tyson Fury like he wanted to do in the first fight. But unfortunately, like I told everybody, that ain't the case, and that was never the fucking case. The case is you have to look for something that you can't explain. What's the Wilder saying? I shouldn't explain something that's already understood, but if you don't know what the hell you're trying to explain, you're going to look for something that you can't explain. Okay? That's the counter to that, right? Now, mind you, the offense. I think that, no, let me stay on the defense for a second. I got to clear up some things. Wilder didn't throw any of the hooks. He talked about Malik Scott's instruction. I mean, I like Malik Scott, but I don't see how he did such a great job, or Deontay Wilder didn't execute what he's supposed to. He's like, you look good, you look brilliant. That's no different from Rob McCracken or Joey or whoever in Team Joshua's corner saying he did brilliant when he really didn't. That's no difference. Because what we saw, we didn't see the head movement. We didn't see the body attack. Okay, now I'm going to talk about offense. The offense wasn't great because I seen him do the same thing. The step jab in the right hand. The step jab in the right hand. Sometimes he went to the body. He tried to go to the body sometimes. But it was nothing like they practiced. All that they practiced, you didn't see any of that. On Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, you didn't see any of that shit. What happened to the double left hook to the body? The right hook to the body? You know, those are things that Malik Scott, I feel, in my opinion, should have instructed. Hey, when you catch Tyson Fury upstairs, go to his body. Okay, because if he's not on the canvas, he's going to be avoiding the second shot that could take him down. You know what I mean? I don't know if Malik Scott didn't say this, but if he said it and Deontay Wilder didn't do it, well, that's on Deontay Wilder. Because, yeah, he did catch him with right hands after the fourth round, of course. That's what kept him in the fight. You know, that freakish power that he had, that he knew he could throw that shot. Bow! You know what I mean? And if he throws that shot, come back to the body. Come back to the right of the, you know what I mean? Break him down with hard, nasty hooks. We didn't see any of that shit. I saw that one good hook to the body, like maybe in the third. That was impressive. But after the fourth, though, you didn't see any of that shit. You know, but, you know, him getting caught, though, he should have that hand glued to that side of his face to avoid getting hit in that ear. That should have been, you know, he threw that right and comes back, because especially if he misses, his hand shouldn't be all the way down here anyway. Okay, so that's the first thing they should have thought of. Okay, but Wilder did the same thing. Instinctively, he went back to who he was and what he knew to do, and that's what he did. And it got him knocked out. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Jeff Mayweather's take on the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.